Jared Goff, 6'4".
Talk about a football game. Wow. Sean McVay. No fucks given. That man called a QB, what was it? Is a QB sneak for a first down when Pete Carroll called for a timeout. That's smart freaking 32-year-old, 33-year-old. Gosh, what a game. What a game. Sean McVay should get the game ball for this. Sean McVay is a champion, dude. Sean McVay is a mastermind. And then, yes, we did great with Brandon Cooks, Cooper Kupp, but we kept the offense going when I thought the Rams were doomed. I honestly thought once Brandon Cooks and Cooper Kupp were down because of concussion protocol, I thought it was it. We're done. We can run the football, but we have no receivers other than Robert Woods, and they'll probably double team that guy. And Cordero Hodge. Josh Reynolds, I hyped up last year. I said Josh Reynolds was great, but they came out and played. And Sean McVay with Jared Goff, I did say Jared Goff was going to throw for 300 yards, but I also said he'll throw for 3 touchdowns. He actually threw for 2 interceptions, but he did enough to get us through. I have to give it to him, man. I have to give it to Sean McVay. He has outsmarted Pete Carroll last year, and I think Pete Carroll got the best of him the first time they met. But then in this game, Sean McVay, the biggest balls in the NFL this week has to go to Sean McVay. He gets the Big Balls Award from Clash of the Horns. That he called it, man. We were going to punt it. And then I think when they called for their final timeout to save time, Sean McVay's like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to go for it. And if we lose, we lose. If we win, then this is going to be one of the ballsiest calls this week. And that's exactly what happened. So Sean McVay, credit to you, man. Wow. The Rams really did a great job hiring this man. And now 5-0, the first time since I was in 2001. This team, that year they went to the NFC Championship game. I think they ended up going to the Super Bowl as well against the Patriots. The Rams are still looking good, red hot. The offense is still ticking. We have to see Brandon Cooks will be back and Cooper Kupp. I think Brandon Cooks is a little worse because that hit was nasty. I honestly thought that hit was going to be, what was it, targeting or what's that thing, head-to-head penalty or something like that on the defense, but no, it wasn't called. I mean, I honestly thought this game was one-sided, referee-wise. And then don't get me started, when the Rams were ahead, they ran the ball in second down, and the ball, in my opinion, went past the line for a first down in the end of the game, prior to Sean McVay calling for that 1-yard run with Jared Goff. And it was a first down, and for some reason they called it 4 to 3 yards back from where I thought the ball went, and I thought forward progress was the thing. I honestly think that these referees get swayed by the home field. I mean, we made so many plays, but then got penalized. Don't get me wrong, we still did some dumb mistakes, like Troy Hill, unsportsmanlike conduct when he tackled that guy, like did a suplex on him. There's some stuff that to me is like, okay, well, if you're not going to call this, then don't call it against us. So I don't think they called it head-to-head on the Rams either, because I've seen Mark Barron lay the wood on some running backs this game, which he did a really good job. But something that really surprised me, though, is the way that Marcus Peters did not play well, man. He got burnt twice. I think one by that D-Moore guy. I forgot the other reason. I think twice by the D-Moore. I think that's his last name. I have no idea who that Seahawks player is. One's in the end zone and the other one in the end zone, but in the corner. And then he got destroyed by Baldwin on that one deep route. And it looked like Marcus Peters just wasn't himself. So we have to see what's going up with him. I think fairly well the defensive line needs to get it together. And they have way too much talent to be giving the Seattle Seahawks 160-something yards of rushing. I mean, when you have Adonai to Michael Brockers and Aaron Donald, you have to play better than that. And I expected better from them. But especially having Mark Barron back who can lay the wood, and then you have Oh my God, Corey Littleton, dude. Corey Littleton coming into the game and really making a big play on special teams. I think the first punt that the Seahawks were about to kick, he blocked the punt. I mean, let's be real. Corey Littleton does that a lot. And he did it again. And then a very important third down, what was it? No, it was a second down play in the end of the game where Seattle could have gotten in field goal position. And they had holding calls on 2 plays, so they got pushed back. And I think it was like 3rd and 23, something like that. And Corey Littleton jumps up and deflects a pass down. And he jumps up high, man. I'm telling you, Corey Littleton makes plays. He's a player that you don't know about, but he's always making plays. And that's Corey Littleton. And I think they did a good job of making him a starter. I'm telling you, this guy can play. And he was undrafted free agent, I think, from Washington. So, wow, phenomenal day for Corey Littleton. In my opinion, he was like the most outstanding defensive player in the game this game. Making tackles at left and right, and also deflecting passes. Almost had an interception at one point. So did LaMarcus Joyner and Sam Shields. So they were just good enough. Like I've said, you don't need to be perfect. I know this team has some defensive injuries and stuff like that, but you don't have to be perfect. But you just have to be good enough. Just be good enough. That's all I ask. And that's exactly what the Rams were. Just good enough. Now, Jared Goff did try to force it in there, and it was deflected. I think he was trying to give it to Todd Gurley. It was deflected and then intercepted. That could have really been a game changer right there if he would have just scored that. But I know defensively, the Seattle Seahawks were very strong in the first half, and they were kind of gassed out a little bit throughout the rest of the game. Now, if I tell you the truth about this, I thought Russell Wilson was phenomenal this game. And yeah, credit to him. He ran for his life a couple of times, but that offensive line of Seattle played way better than advertised, way better than expected. And I think that Seattle, if they keep playing the way that they're playing right now, will end up being in the second place in the NFC West. Because if they're playing like that against the Rams, then I still kind of feel like they could be pretty good against other teams. And I mean, all I have to say is horns up, you guys. 5-0. Remember that, 5-0. This team is playing great football. Yes, I know the defense, with the amount they spent on money for Ndamukong Suh and, you know, trading for Marcus Peters, you expect them to play a little bit better. But, I mean, I hardly saw anything from Aaron Donald. I think I saw 1 sack from Aaron Donald, if I'm not mistaken. But then some of the sacks, like for Matt Longacre and one from Ndamukong Suh, they were called back because of penalties, dumb penalties from the secondary. And we need to clean that up, and I'm pretty sure they put an emphasis on that in practice. So we just got to trust in Wade Phillips, and I think they did a good job in the end of the game when it mattered the most. Similar to the Vikings game, very similar, where we were expecting, like, where's our defense? They're getting torched. But the thing is, we were not getting torched in the air as much as I would think so. It was more through the ground. And what they did a lot with Russell Wilson was run the ball efficiently and then do a bunch of little trick plays and play action. They're really good at deep throws down the field, play action, and they almost beat the Rams. And to tell you the truth, they did a lot better than I expected. I thought the Rams were going to win 45-14, and they had 14 points by the second quarter. So credit to the Seattle Seahawks. In my opinion, they get my respect because, wow, that was a great game for them. And they forced Jared Goff to make some dumb decisions at times. Jared Goff still had I think he had like about 300 plus yards with 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. Not the best numbers for a quarterback that we expect to play lights out against his defense, but hey, they revamped that defense through the draft, man. They did a good job. And Pete Carroll knows situational football, and that's exactly what he was playing. He was playing not to lose. He was playing to control the clock, and it almost worked out for them. If it wasn't for that one Sean McVay moment, that just, fuck it, let's go for the first down. If we lose, we lose. If we win, then it's going to look like I have the biggest balls in the NFL, which it does. But credit to Sean McVay, credit to this offense, credit to some of the players going down and others stepping up. And go Rams, 5-0 undefeated as well. And we're still, I think, the top dogs in the NFL with the Kansas City Chiefs. And credit to them. Hopefully both of our teams are undefeated by the time we get to Mexico, and then we see who the best team is in the NFL. Go Rams, horns up. I'll hit you guys next time. Leave a like, leave a comment, share of course, and please, like I always say, please subscribe.
And there's the sneak, and he's got it. That big body of Jared Goff. 6 foot.